Can you replicate that sound? It was close. It was so close. Does your Target thing have a sound for that?
Well, after you drink something, maybe. It's got that. Oh, we're live.
Yeah. I was at Target the other day when I was up in Walnut Creek, and I was actually looking for that. I couldn't find it.
Couldn't find it. Maybe they're making the sound machine 2 now.
Maybe.
Like this big. Like an iPad of just different.
I've seen one of those, though. I played with one of those probably a couple years ago or so.
You should have bought it.
I remember it. I had Instagram videos of it, pushing the different sounds and stuff. Hey, everybody. It's 5:11 p.m.
Oh, man, we're late.
It's Friday. June 8th, 2018. This is Johnny Beane with Jay Hannon.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, man.
Hi.
Second time live today. Was live with David Nesdall earlier, doing what I thought was going to be a reboxing.
R-E-B. Wait. R-E-E-B-O-K. Reebok, like the sneaker?
No, just like putting it back in the box and acting surprised. You know, like you on Christmas that one time.
Yes. Yeah. Great memories there.
That has to be a long night, man.
Mm-hmm.
You already played with the toys, you know, and you're just sitting there. Yeah, that's terrible. Oh, man. So, hey, we're live. I think I said that. We got Mr. BHB. Yo, man. It's Bruce. Steve Anderson. What up, dude? Steve, by the way, I got a package from you. It's right here.
I see the corner. There it is.
Right there. There it is. Gonna do an unboxing later this evening on the Steve Anderson Power Hour.
the Power Quarter Day.
Should be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was live with Nesdall earlier, and that just totally threw my whole day off. Being on with him earlier, I don't know. It was good. I mean, we had a good time, but after that, I basically didn't get anything else done I had to do, and now here we are again. You know.
You know what's cool about the handful of times that you guys have been live since I've been with you, especially today. Like I felt like I did, 8, 9, 10 months ago, watching you guys, chiming in the chat room, even though I couldn't pay that much attention to the chat room, but like still watching you guys, it was from a different perspective. It was back to being like that. It was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And you had a different shirt on.
Yeah.
Did you sweat that much?
Yeah. No, I hadn't showered yet.
Oh, okay.
So I had the shirt from the previous day, and then I'd put on another shirt over that. And yeah. Clayton James, today is Frankenstrat Friday. That's right, Clayton, man.
Clayton, what's up, man?
Keep rocking, dude. Have a great weekend, Clayton.
So I think I have the perfect title for this episode.
Oh. Oh, whoa.
Ready?
Ready.
Live without a Nesdall.
It's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's yes. Speaking of Nesdall, it's his mom's birthday, and they're out celebrating this evening. He said they weren't going to Olive Garden, but that's probably where they are.
Yeah.
I mean,
the breadsticks, man,
Yeah. Yes. So it looks like probably in a few minutes somebody's going to call in and tell us a story about a guitar that they own. And I talked to the guy yesterday for a while, and he's a cool guy. Great story. Looking forward to hearing from him.
Cool.
So I'll let him tell it. I'll let him tell.
Yeah, yeah.
Although I do have pictures. I better get those pictures ready if I'm going to show them.
Well, while you're getting the pictures ready, I want to read a question before we started tonight. Somebody in the chat, Scylla, I hope I'm saying your name right, Sila, asks, I guess they narrowed their choice to what guitar they're going to buy down to 2 guitars. So I said, maybe we can help make the final decision, you know? So everyone in the chat and Johnny, his 2 choices are Music Man Silhouette from 1996 or a 2012 American Standard Stratocaster with Yngwie Malmsteen pickups with original pickups. I don't know what that last part, I think that got mixed up, but maybe he's saying going to replace the original pickups with Yngwie Malmsteen pickups.
Mm-hmm.
That's maybe what he means.
Or is it an Yngwie guitar?
He just said 2012 American Strat Standard. He didn't say if it was the Yngwie
Strats American.
That's probably not the Yngwie one, because the Yngwie one has all scalloped frets and everything.
Yeah.
And I don't think they make the standard Yngwie version. I could be wrong, but.
Mm-hmm.
So have you played the Silhouette?
I have. They're very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very unique. You know, it's a unique. It's one of those. It's not like every other guitar out there. You know, whereas a Fender Strat, everybody has. Everybody has one of those. I don't know. Superfuzz is saying their vote is for the Music Man.
Superfuzz, and you got Fender Guru says, well, of course he's going to say American Strat, Fender Guru, you know. R2R3 says Stratocaster. Jimmy T says 24 frets are good. He wants the Music Man. John BL said I'd go with the Music Man. So I mean, the Silhouette's probably you know more rare, right? A 96 Silhouette.
Yeah. Well, you know, Music Man compared to Fender is a very small company.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and a 96 that's got to be a good.
That's got to be 22 years old, right? I thought that's what you were going to say.
That's got to be a good guitar, you know, because I have a 1992 Music Man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah,
and it's the quality is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Music Man makes quality stuff. Although there's some stuff, I mean, most of it is or was made here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, San Luis Obispo, which is, you know, a few hours away or whatever. But I don't, does anybody know, do they do import stuff now? I know there's the OLP, the officially licensed product, where those look like Music Mans, but they're not, they're imports. But
I mean,
I don't know.
I think John BL kind of says it, and this was what I was going to kind of talk about. Was he said you can get a Strat anytime. You know, the 96 Silhouette. That's a hard guitar to get. And if you've played it and you know it's good quality, I'd go with that because, like John said, you can get a Strat anytime, man. So,
Mm-hmm.
Do you have pictures of the?
I do.
Silhouette, not you.
Oh no, no. Oh no, I thought you were talking about the guy that's calling in.
No, sorry. I don't even know if Scylla is still in here because nobody's. Are you still in here? Got some people chiming in.
Yeah, a lot of people in here. Thanks for joining us, you guys. Okay. So I've got some pictures here to show in a little bit. Yeah, I would say I mean, if you like both, I don't know, flip a coin. It depend. It all really boils down to how you're going to use the guitar. Like why, if you have a need for this one over that one, you know. So James Orcutt, thank you for the super chat.
Oh man. We got to come up with a lick or something every time. You know what I mean? We got to come up with a thank you lick.
Yeah. Actually, there is a program that does that. Believe it or
Really?
not. There actually is yeah. I'll tell you all about it later on, but the problem is the whole screen just goes crazy with stuff. And it's
Wait, can you put your own sound in?
Using this,
like something like that every time.
No. And actually, that's using OBS. That's all. That's actually not even using Super Chat. That's using a whole another thing. But hey, James Orcutt, thank you very much, man. Really appreciate it. But yeah, as far as the two guitars, I have a feeling that the Silhouette is the more quality one, because it sounds like the other. Wait, well, no, you said the other one's American, right?
Yes. Yeah, the American Strat, 2012 Strat Standard.
Okay. Yeah, it depends on your use. You know how are you going to use whichever. That's the way I look at it.
Well, James is going back to work because he's got to make up for that money he just gave you. Gotta work overtime now, Johnny. Thanks.
Well,
thank you, James.
Thank you, James. Yeah, Bozique. Yeah, I know. But hey, Bozique, thank you again, man, for the Wolfgang. This is the guitar that Bozique gave me. Amazing.
I bet.
Amazing, man. Well, actually, it's the same guitar that you're holding right there. It's the same thing. It's the same guitar, just the hardtail version.
Yep. Can you tell what? Hold on a second. Can you tell what year these were, or these are, whatever?
By the serial?
Yeah.
I don't know. Technically, does that serial really? Because that's because that body and neck.
Yeah, different. So but at least you can tell what year the neck was made, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, WG 111622J.
But the bodies don't even have serial numbers, do they?
Nope.
So it's the neck.
Yeah, it's
all about the neck.
I guess so.
I was actually telling that to I don't want to drop any more names tonight. I've got a friend of mine who builds amazing quality guitars, and he's built guitars for people that we all know. And we were talking a few years ago, and we were kind of talking about like, let's say if who's one of your favorite guitar players?
I won't say Eddie Van Halen. Well, Steve Vai.
Steve Vai. Okay.
Yep.
By the way, did you see that picture of Nesdal jamming with Steve Vai?
Yeah.
Did you see that? That was a trip, man.
It was.
I mean, it didn't even look like Nesdal.
No. Yeah, he said it. He said, and yes, it's real. And I was like, "What? Your hair?
Are you sure that's you, Dave?" That was cool. Did he show that picture on here?
I think he did.
Was I gone?
Yeah.
Maybe one.
Yep. He did.
Oh. No, I can't drop any names. But anyway, okay. So you said Steve Vai. Okay, let's say if you had the choice of owning, well, like what's one of his famous guitars, like the most famous guitar that he plays?
The most famous guitar. Oh, I've talked about this before. It's got to be this, right? It's got to be the Swirled Universe.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So let's say he was going to offer you, he was going to give you either the body or the neck. Which would you choose?
Oh man.
It's a good question.
You know, it's even harder with this guitar because the look of this body is so iconic in my eyes. And anybody who's a Steve Vai fan, it's this body. Oh man, I guess I would choose, just because of how it looks, this guitar, I would choose the body.
I mean, let's say it was, his main guitar. Let's say
everything in it, right? You're not just talking about the wood. You're talking about pickups, everything, right? Loaded. Okay.
Yeah. Let's say he was going to give you a guitar, but he was taking it apart. Neck or body? Which do you want? Which would you take? And neck, everybody in the chat, answer. Go ahead and feel free to answer. Let us know what you think. Let us know one of your favorite musicians, guitarists, and let us know if you could either own the body or the neck of their, I would say their famous guitar, their most famous guitar that they've toured the world, recorded with, everything.
All right. Well, then let me shoot back at you on this one. Eddie's Frankenstein body, and then there's how many necks were on that thing, right? So obviously you would choose the body. Even the 5150, you got to choose the body.
Well, I this was actually the conversation that we were having. Believe it or not, this was, and those guitars did come up. The Frankenstein did come up. And I said I'd have to go with the neck.
Really?
Because if you think about it, when you play a guitar, all the playing is done on the neck. I mean, if you think about it, like Steve Vai has touched that neck more than the body. If you think about it, even though the body is resting against him and he's picking, he's not actually touching that body, but his hand is on that neck for hours and hours, like nonstop.
I get you, and I agree, but I think with these iconic looking guitars, like Eddie's 5150 or Frankie or Steve Vai's, the multicolor swirl, I think these ones, man, it's because am I going to play it? Hell no. It's going to go on the wall or something. We're in a big frame case. So, man, that's a good question though. And Showman and a lot of guys are saying the neck, like Bozique says, Yngwie, definitely the body because I hate scalped fretboards. But Bozique, if you had Yngwie's guitar, even if you of course you might fiddle around with it, but I wouldn't want to do too much to it because I'd be like, this is one of my favorite guitar players, famous guitars. I'm gonna, I'm not gonna do anything with it. I'm gonna, just save it.
Hey, Dave. How are the breadsticks? Dave, I sent you an invite to this because he told me to send him an invite just in case he was back, but I don't know. It's almost like a catch-22 or whatever. Let's say Steve Vai gave you that neck, okay, and he used that neck on tour for years and years, recorded with it. Who knows, and you could hang it on the wall. You show it to people. They're like, so
yeah.
But then you show them, let's say you pick the body, you show them the body. That's all the attention goes to that body. Everybody's like, whoa, that's cool.
Yep.
But you know what I'm saying though?
I know what you're saying.
It seems like there's more hours put in, more playtime on the neck of the guitar itself.
Yeah, because everybody's been in that spot where you go to a music store and you go to the wall and you grab a guitar and you're like, yeah, it's all right. You're feeling the neck. Yeah. And obviously the resonance of the guitar. Like this one is just super bright. But you might grab another one. It might be the same guitar or something a little different. and the neck might not feel as good. But I mean, I get what you're saying as far as playing wise, it's all about the neck.
Mm-hmm.
And
but as far as having something, well, let's take the Kramer 5150. Let's say. I mean, we all love that. We all love that body. Can I say that?
Yeah.
You know, we all love it. But all that playtime is into that neck.
Yeah.
And as far as any kind of DNA, you know, I mean, I do know Steve Vai did put some DNA into that, into the paint of his guitar.
10th anniversary, I think it was.
10th
anniversary gem, something like that.
Those
things are like 25 grand or something if you want them now. Maybe even more. I don't know.
Okay, here we go. Let me just make sure he's
okay.
He's on the, he knows he's on the air.
Showman Blue says, so Jay, is that a stealth flat finish made in Japan neck on a different body? Yes. I hope I don't want to interrupt Johnny's call here, but yeah, Showman, both are made in Japan, but the original that came with this body was in a maple neck. So, and this is a stealth neck on this body. I think it looks cool like this. I really do. So Johnny's getting this guy on the phone. He's going to talk about supposedly a guitar that, here we go. He's going to patch it in. Maybe.
Well, I'm going to plug in a speaker so he can hear you if you want to ask him any questions. So I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay. Showman Blue said, I saw one on Reverb, got him down to 980 and stopped. Was that for like, which one was that for, Showman? Bozique said the Steve Vai, I'm assuming he means the Steve Vai universe. Looks like a Baskin Robbins flavor swirl. I'd call it the ice cream finish. Yeah. That's funny. But I think the because he has a bunch of he has a whole write-up and interview and stuff. He talks about the recording of the record. I think the guitar that he used to record all the 7-string stuff on that record was the original just black universe with the green dots and stuff. I think that's the one he actually used for the 7-string stuff on that record. So the Vai sound, Michael Beatty says the Vai sound comes out of Vai, not the body and neck. Yeah. Yep. But I just feel like the body is the thing that's the iconic looking, especially on a guitar like that, or Eddie's 5150 or Frankenstein. But I don't know. Ben Coombs says, I was watching vids yesterday of guys swirling guitars. Pretty trippy. It is, man. It looks really cool. And I'd like to get that black one, whatchamacallit, swirled. But I'm trying to think of what colors I'd like to get. And I think I took a picture of it recently. And you guys let me know what you think. Where is it? I'm going to be like Johnny now and spend 15 minutes on the phone.
I'm trying to figure.
Okay.
I'm trying
so
to
what do
figure
you guys think of this? That is the kind of color scheme that I think I like, man. Because whoever did this has the same guitar that I have, except they have the original pickups in it. I have Evolution in the neck, or I'm sorry, Evolution in the bridge, and an Air Norton in the neck. But I mean that looks super cool, man. It's got the little bit of pink in there. I like pink. So, what do you guys think of that?
All right.
So was Irby. Dude, I think that's who sold me this guitar. Hold on. Was Showman trying to get this same guitar? Or was it a different one?
So blurry.
Yeah, man. That's so funny. Oh, I gotta, man, I don't have my password stuff on me. That is funny. What's up with the chat?
You ready?
Yeah, yeah.
You ready? Okay. All right. Hey, you're on the air. Oh, hang on.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hang on. I'm sorry. Hang on, man. How do you do speaker on there? There we go. Hello?
Hi. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes. How are you doing? What's your name? What's your name, by the way?
Charles Smith.
Charles.
I know it sounds totally fake, but I swear it's real.
People think my name is totally made up. You know?
Well, when people, you know, my nickname is Boots, but everybody's like, why do they call you that? And I'm like, because my name is Charles W. Smith. You know, Charles Wayne. And they're like, oh yeah, totally serial killer. We don't want to call you that.
Oh gosh.
I mean, when you hear the name Charles Wayne Smith, what do you think?
Yeah.
Well, the John Wayne Gacy, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's like growing up in the South, you know, your middle name has to go with your first name so that when your mom and dad scream your first and middle name, you knew that you'd be getting a butt whooping.
Cool, man. So what's your what's this about this guitar that you have? And I've got pictures. I've got the pictures that you sent me, so I can show them on the camera.
Okay.
So actually, well, I'll go ahead and show it right now.
Do you want to present yourself, Johnny, so I don't say something while you're showing a picture?
Let's see. All right, there we go. Cool. Okay, so I'm showing the guitar.
Right.
And it's the body is what it is.
Right. You showing the front or the back?
The front.
Yeah. Well, I was you know, just checking out the old Facebook one day, and this little old lady had posted this picture of this guitar, and being the, you know, the Van Halen Bumblebee caught my eye, and I was like, ooh, gotta have that. You know, so I called this lady, or I messaged her first, and she was like, yeah, okay, you know, you're the first one to hit me up, like, I won't show it or sell it until you come look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So I drove out in the middle of nowhere, out in the middle of this like cornfield at this gas station, and her and her husband pull up. You know, because you never buy a guitar just by looking at a picture. You know, you have to see it in person and put your hands on it. And you know, and all from the pictures that she showed, all I could see on it was you know, boogie body, and you know, not knowing anything about it. And then trying to, you know, research a little bit about it, you know, it was kind of difficult. And so I get there, and I tell the lady and her husband, you know, that I couldn't really find any info, and that the best I could do was like $300. You know, not to, you know, screw them over, but you know, I don't want to screw myself over.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you know, I tried to show them on the internet, you know, what I could find. And, you know, she was like, well, this is the guitar right here. And she pulled up like an old ad for like a Charvel Bumblebee. You know, and I'd explained to her, well, it's not a Charvel, you know, it's something totally different. Well, anyway, she said, well, you know, because you didn't try to lie to me, you know, we'll go ahead and, you know, we'll go ahead and sell it to you for $300. You know, then like I told you yesterday, you know, I asked her, you know, what she paid for it, and she said, you know, oh, I just paid $150 for it. So she doubled her money. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, everybody's a winner.
Mm-hmm.
Then a couple of months later, you know, after I had messaged Lynn Ellsworth, you know, not knowing anything about boogie bodies,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, he didn't message me back like anytime soon. And then I got with Adam Reaver at FU Tone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you know, I didn't know that he had bought the Well, come to find out, Lynn Ellsworth messaged me and said that, you know, that he, you know, he made that guitar, or that was, you know, his. And so I flew to Spokane, Washington, just to go meet Lynn Ellsworth and to bring the guitar to him, of course.
Mm-hmm. And let people know who Lynn Ellsworth is.
Lynn Ellsworth is he's a master woodworker / guitar luthier, and I guess back in the 70s, Lynn and Wayne Charvel, they went to college together, and Wayne knew that Lynn was a master woodworker, and so they got together, and those two guys started up Boogie Body's Guitars in California, I guess in Pasadena.
Mm-hmm.
And it, you know, it just kind of took off from there. Well, anyways, when I flew to, well, before I flew to Spokane to meet Mr. Lynn, you know, I got with Adam Reaver at Effutone, and, you know, I measured the neck pocket, and, you know, I had him make me a, you know, a custom, you know, high quality maple, you know, oil rubbed maple neck, 21 fret maple neck. That's what Eddie would have had way back in the day, I guess. And, you know, got a, you know, graphite nut, Goda tuners, a Goda bridge with a brass block, you know, a brass spring claw and brass screws. And I'd put an Eddie Van Halen, let's see, a Wolfgang pickup in it. And that thing was awesome, but I ended up changing it out, and I put a Tom Anderson H3 Plus in it. Because, you know, I just dig that sound.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyways, I flew to Spokane, and I met with Mr. Lynn, and he was like, son, you flew all the way from Louisiana up here just to bring this guitar? I'm like, you know, pretty much. And then he tells me that it was, you know, it was really strange because, you know, you would never see a Boogie Bodies, you know, in Louisiana. You would see them in California, maybe a few in Seattle, but that was about it. Because he said that, you know, he told me that if he didn't make exactly 100 original late 70s Boogie Bodies, he made less than.
Wow.
You know, so, you know, he opened the case and he just stared at it. I mean, it seemed like 5 minutes of total, you know, quietness. I mean, it's like time stood still. You just had to see the look in his face when he was looking at it.
Uh-huh.
And you know, he put his hand on it and he said, "Son, he said, I remember making, you know, this guitar." And then he tells me, you know, even, you know, authenticated that guitar body, you know, that he cut it from the same piece of wood as Eddie's Frankenstein.
Wow, that's amazing, man.
You know, and coming from the man who, you know, handmade it in the late 70s, you know, kind of means something.
Yeah.
Or at least it does in my book.
Yeah, because a lot of people know that he's the guy that Eddie bought the original body and neck for his Frankenstein back in the 70s. That's where he got that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, when I bought this guitar from this little old lady and her husband, like they had bought it, they went to an estate sale. Like, this woman had passed away, and nobody in her family wanted anything out of the house. Mm-hmm. You know, that's how I got this guitar. Well, the neck on it, you obviously somebody had changed it because the headstock was like the sky blue color. It was just a really, really cheap PV neck. Mm-hmm. But on this guitar, you know, like I told you yesterday, the neck plate on the back of the guitar, you know, had a really low number. So I checked it with the Fender serial numbers, and the neck plate was off of a 1956 Fender. And the humbucker pickup that was in it, come to find out, is like a early to mid 70s, you know, Gibson T-top or PAF T-top humbucker.
Uh-huh. Ah.
I mean, you know, that's kind of rad. But So anyway, Mr. Lynn, you told me it was strange that I found an original boogie body. It's in Louisiana. And I'm like, not really, because a lot of folks don't know, that for a brief period, Eddie, lived in Shreveport, Louisiana for a little while. Of course, that's where he met his, ex-wife, Valerie. Backstage at a show in Shreveport. A lot of folks don't know that.
In 1980, was it?
It was probably in the early 80s. And anyways, Mr. Lynn, it's like as you can tell by those pictures, you could tell that paint job is like pretty old. You can see the checking in the paint, and it went from like a bright yellow to like an almost like an orangish yellow color.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, Lynn said that he said, Wayne wouldn't have painted that guitar because because he's like the finish guy. He would have took wood filler and he would have filled in, the grain and made it smooth. But, everything kind of points like this quite possibly could have been like a guitar body that Eddie had messing around with in his garage. But, unless you get that coming out of Eddie's mouth, it's just a story. But, but still, with 100 or less original boogie bodies made, and with what Mr. Lynn authenticated, how would a boogie bodies get all the way to Louisiana if nobody knows what they are?
Yeah. Especially one like this. Yeah.
And then, and old Lynn, he was checking out the guitar, and he was really checking out the neck, and he took it off, he took it all apart, and of course, he's like, well, I'm gonna sign the, inside the neck pocket for you. I'm like, that's pretty cool, getting it signed by the man who made it. Well, he was checking out the neck from, the one that Adam Weaver had made for me, and he's like, son, this is a really, really great neck. He said, if I were you, I'd just leave that neck on there. So it's got like a new boogie body neck with an original boogie body's body. But yeah, and of course, if you notice, like on the picture of the back of the guitar, like I said, you've got the cavities for your, for your electronics and stuff. The cavity holes are there, but there are no screw holes, for the cover plates. So it's kind of like this guitar was, it's kind of like it was finished, but it wasn't finished.
Yeah, like it was like a prototype, or like it was a work in progress.
Right.
Guitar.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what we seem to believe that it might be. Or maybe this, not to mention this guitar, it doesn't, it wasn't routed out for a Floyd Rose either. So, it quite possibly could have, been like maybe one of the prototypes of what the Bumblebee actually became.
That's really cool. Really cool.
But the body is it's made of northern ash, and northern ash is pretty heavy. Then of course, putting the brass block in there with the brass spring claw and the brass screws, and that thing just the sustain on it is just phenomenal. And then of course, with that body being from the late 70s, just the tone you get out of it is just unbelievable.
Oh, it's got to sound amazing, man.
Yeah, and then like when I had the Wolfgang pickup in it, you know, I took it down to a guitar shop in Shreveport, and, you know, and we plugged this guitar like into you know, several different amps, and it's like I don't know, maybe it's that guitar body plus the pickup and plus, you know, all the hardware that I got from you know, FU-Tone. It's like every amp that you plugged it into, that guitar sounded like Eddie Van Halen. You know, in every amp. Even amps that aren't even supposed to sound like Van Halen were coming out Van Halen sounding. If that makes any sense.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely, man.
But yeah, just totally crazy. You know, but I guess one of these days, you know, if Van Halen ever tours again, you know, I will have to do the old meet and greet with Eddie and bring this guitar and be like, you got to tell me, is this one of yours or not? I mean, if he remembers, who knows? But, you know, like on the back of that guitar, you know, Lynn said like the key to that guitar would be, you know, that tic-tac-toe board on the back.
Yeah, I just showed that. I just showed that. Let's see. That's what did he say about that?
You know, Mr. Lynn, you know, he's all he could say, he's like, son, he said, I can't tell you, you know, specifically if this was, you know, because they didn't really keep, you know, really great records of what they sold back then, and like the numbers that were stamped on it. He said, you know, you couldn't go by that either because, you know, they numbered for a little while and then they stopped and then they picked back up and started with different numbers. But he did say that, you know, that he knew for a fact that that was one of the, you know, original late 70s ones. But, you know, he did say that he just looked at me and shook my hand and told me that I had something truly special.
That's awesome, man. That's an amazing guitar, and that's an amazing story.
Yeah, well, you know, and you know, like I said, I had thought about, you know, getting a new neck, you know, making another new neck for it, and then putting a Floyd on it, you know, having to route it out to put a Floyd Rose on it, but not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it as it is.
Yeah.
I feel that would be taken away from it.
Right. Well, kind of like, because yeah, we talked on the phone yesterday for like what, half an hour or something.
Yeah.
And
30, 45 minutes.
And yeah, like what I was telling you yesterday. I wouldn't modify that guitar body at all. I would leave it exactly how it is because of what it is. And you know, if you want a Van Halen guitar that you want to play, you can always get one of the new
EVHs.
You can get one of the new EVH Bumblebee bodies, you know, and make.
Yeah, but it's just not the same. Like, you know, with coming from, you know, from the mouth of Lynn Ellsworth, you know, that's cool, but when you got the man who made it and, you know, his story behind it, there's just something special about it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Very cool.
And it's like, you know, you don't really hear boogie bodies, and like the only people who really, I guess, know about them are the people who really do their homework, or the super fans who really dig way back to see what's really what.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
John Kay of Steppenwolf, you know, has the boogie bodies. I saw a picture. Eric Clapton had an original boogie body. You know, but you know that's my little piece of Van Halen history, I guess.
That's cool, man. That's very, very, very cool. Yeah, yeah. And as far as the, so I'll stop presenting. Jay, are you here?
Yes.
There you are. I sent you the pictures. I sent you the pictures of the body. But yeah, as far as the boogie body stuff, I remember looking at old issues of like Guitar Player magazine, you know, from the ones from the 70s, and you would see ads for boogie bodies, you know, for the bodies and the necks, and you know, it was basically you could make your own custom guitars. I mean, pretty much what everybody does nowadays, you know.
Well, yeah, but just like way back a long time ago, and nobody was really doing that. I guess you could say.
Yeah. That all really started. Actually, Eddie is responsible for a lot of that.
Oh yeah. He started the revolution of build your own guitars. He was a trendsetter before trendsetters.
Yeah, he created a lot of stuff. You know, a lot of different things, but that's awesome.
Yeah. So what did Jay think about the picture of the old boogie?
Did you see the pictures, Jay?
I'm looking at them right now. Sorry, I got caught doing something else for a minute.
Uh-oh.
I was listening. I mean, that does look, you know, like old school, man. You know, it's definitely not something. Well, what do I know?
No, it's. I mean, even if it wasn't striped up like that, it's still cool. It's still very cool for what it is. But the fact that it's painted like that, and the stories that you heard, Charles, about where it came from, how it was possibly, you know, Eddie's, you know, one of his actual, you know, guitars and stuff.
It's probably not one. Now, Lynn said, you know, he probably never played it, you know, like live on stage because, you know, it didn't have the Floyd on it. But, you know, he seems to think that this is probably definitely one he. They even said, you know, Mr. Lynn, he even said that he believes that even Eddie possibly painted this thing.
Really?
You know, because it's kind of a, you know, it's kind of a crappy old paint job. Like when you look at it, and then then if you really look at it, you know, you kind of get the feeling, the vibe off of it. Yeah, somebody just painted this in their garage. You know, like I sent you the picture of of that custom guitar pick that I have. You know, they had my boogie bodies in the background. Like my soon-to-be brother-in-law, he
I don't know if you sent me that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was a picture of like a wooden guitar pick that had like the bumblebee paint job on it.
Okay, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, well, my brother-in-law, you know, his friend owns Howlin' Monkey guitar picks in Rochester. And like he had to make it, and I guess the first guitar pick, you know, on one side it's got my name on it, and then on the back side it's got the, you know, the stripe artwork on it. Well, the first one, I guess he just did the artwork from you know, the 5150, and he told him, he said, no, that's the wrong one. He said, I told you like the black and yellow bumblebee. You know, so the guy had to make me another guitar pick. You know how funny is that?
Let me see if I can find that picture really quick.
Yeah, it's on your fans live or fans gear live page.
evhgear live, evhgear fans live. Yeah. Oh, you posted it to the page, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Page, yeah.
That's it. So it's not in a message. Okay.
Right.
Let's see. I think I might have reposted it.
you did.
See, I'm looking. the Facebook app, although it only lets you scroll down like half a page. It's kind of weird.
Right.
If you ever get a chance to do the meet and greet with Eddie, and you ask him if he painted that, and he says, "I don't know," that's when you flip it over and show him the
tic-tac-toe board.
The tic-tac-toe, something like that. People remember doing, like, "Oh man, I remember doing that."
Well, there's some of these, Van Halen, fan sites or whatever, and everybody, wants to tell you, oh, Eddie never had a guitar like that. He never had a tic-tac-toe board on the back. He never did that. Like, how do you know? Were you there holding Eddie's hand back in the day?
Especially back then.
Were you hanging out in his garage? Everybody wants to bust your chops because you got something that possibly is cooler than what they got.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
And then they always want to try to bring you down and tell you just have a piece of garbage. But, like I said, kind of hard to say it's garbage when those words come out of Lynn Ellsworth's mouth.
Right. Yeah, the guy that was actually his body. Like he actually made that. Yeah. Yep.
Well, I mean, like when he says, I remember making this guitar from the same piece of wood as Eddie's Frankenstein. I don't know how many guitar bodies you can get out of, a piece of wood. But, that's got to hold something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sully Dude says tag Wolfie on social media. He may ask his dad, and I mean, you could always ask Eddie's wife. Tag her in it. Like, hey, can you ask Eddie if who knows? Shot in the dark, but you never know.
That would be pretty cool.
Yep. And then post a picture of the tic-tac-toe board and say, Ed, your move.
I actually did send those pictures to Wolfie on his Instagram. Instagram Messenger or whatever. Like, I don't know if he got them or maybe he just just some random guy sending me pics of a Van Halen guitar.
Yeah, I know. He probably gets a lot of those.
He probably does. Because everybody wants to, get their 15 minutes or whatever, or make a crap ton of money because I have something super rare. But that's not the case. It's just like I said, that's kind of what we seem to believe, or or they do, and just all the signs are kind of pointing that this is just a body that Eddie had kicking around.
Mm-hmm.
But
mm-hmm.
Only Eddie knows.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he had it, maybe he tried it on something, and maybe it just didn't, sound as good, or it was too heavy. Like you said it's a heavy body. So
Yeah. It's got a little bit of weight to it. Maybe he painted up, got it fixed up, and didn't like it, and gave it away, traded it off or something. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, either way though, it's very, very cool, and it's an early enough body where he might remember something about it if it's early enough, because
because it would be pre-Charbel.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the Kramer days, there was tons and tons of striped up bodies that were made for him.
Of course.
I've actually seen one. Well, I've seen several. I've actually seen a few of them. They have them. They're around. But I think what you have is more unique.
Right.
So.
Now, if by some chance, like say Eddie does remember it, just because of the tic-tac-toe board on the back or whatever,
mm-hmm.
If you could put, Eddie's name to it, wouldn't that just be the craziest thing ever?
That'd be wild, man.
I mean, it would just be like, just crazy.
You know what's funny, man? I just thought of this. You know, there you go. Well, I haven't said it yet, but I just had an answer. I just had an idea. I just had an idea.
Light bulb over your head.
It'd be the sound of a light bulb shattering, really.
Right.
But if you were,
sorry,
if you guys remember the Charvel, the art series guitars that Eddie actually hand striped himself for the tours.
Yeah.
For what was it, 2004, 2007, 2008? Was it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
There was like tons and tons of those that he did, and I remember there's at least one that did have a tic-tac-toe that he had painted onto it. You ever see that one? Yeah.
Now, see, I heard a story, or there's like one of those crazy Eddie stories that he had one of his guitars that he had a tic-tac-toe board on that that he would play tic-tac-toe with his son backstage or something, or at his house or something. Did you guys ever hear that?
No. No,
but somebody was telling me that they remember hearing some kind of story that Eddie had a guitar with a tic-tac-toe board on the back, and then of course on these Van Halen fan sites and whatever, they like to shoot you down like, no, that's nonsense. You never had that. But I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's funny.
If it's true, I mean, it sounds like there's three different sources of him being associated with tic-tac-toe symbols on his guitars.
Right.
Yeah.
Now if he was striping them in 2004, 2007, and 2008, and there was one with a tic-tac-toe board on it, and now you have this one from the late 70s that has a tic-tac-toe board on it. What are the chances of that?
Well, I mean, it's kind of weird, but it could definitely tie into something.
Possibly, but it's a pretty cool theory, but who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, it would be pretty awesome.
I'll find the picture of the guitar of the Charvel with the tic-tac-toe on it and show it. I actually have all the pictures of all those guitars that he hand striped that were played on tour for 1 or 2 songs and then sold off on eBay. I have pictures of all those guitars, so I'll find it and I'll show it off and I'll send it to you so you can look at it and
yeah, man, please.
If it's the same, if it's the same, because handwriting, is pretty much the same, but maybe who knows?
Yeah, I mean, still pretty cool in my book.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
All right, guys.
Cool, man.
I hope you guys enjoyed my little story and enjoyed the pictures of this guitar, body, this, pretty old, original boogie bodies.
Yes.
Just not something that you see every day.
Nope. It's definitely not. Definitely not. Cool. Well, thanks for calling in, man. And
yes, sir.
And yeah, I'll be in touch.
All right, guys. Well, thanks. And
Johnny's not good at goodbyes.
And,
you hang up first.
What do you say?
No, I'm kidding.
You hang up. No, you hang up. No, man. You hang up.
Cool. Okay, I'll talk to you soon, man. Is that it? Oh, he hung up. He hung up first.
I'm trying to find the what should I type in to find the ones that he actually striped?
EVH Charvel EVH art series. thing is, I have most of those pictures on my computer from years ago. I don't know if I can actually dig them out while we're on, but let me.
Was the tic-tac-toe board on the front or the back?
I'm thinking it was on the front. Okay. Actually, it was a board. It was a board, and he had written in with Sharpie the X's and the O's.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does anybody know about that guitar? And is there any echo? Does it sound okay?
Should I jump out again?
Huh? Oh no, I'm just asking because I'm using monitors. Sounds okay to you?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm not seeing tic-tac-toe, and that was cool to hear that. Man. Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody's gonna be looking now.
Yeah, well, I know.
Hey, if anybody, if you know the guitar I'm talking about, and like I was saying, it's one of the EVH Charvel Art Series guitars from either 2007, 2008, or 2004. It's one of those years, and it's one of the guitars that he played on stage, you know, for a song or two, and then auctioned off on eBay. But I forget which color it is because he made several different ones.
Yeah. But
if anybody knows the guitar we're talking about, feel free to send me a picture.
It's cool because all of them, they're showing them in the case. Well, not all of them, but the ones I'm seeing right now, I'm just scrolling through, and they're showing them in the case open, and it's got the picture of him actually playing the guitar on stage, which is super cool to have that.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that music? Was that from Music Zoo?
I have no idea. I'm just typed it into Google or Bing or whatever. There's the VH08 because some of them he's putting where the 5150 stickers are. For instance, you know, one of them says like 78. This one says VH08.
Mm-hmm.
That one doesn't have anything on the back, but he signed them all. You know.
Yeah.
It's the back.
Let's see. Okay, I'm looking at a bunch of them.
Yeah, we're terrible hosts right now, aren't we? You look, I'll scroll through the chat room and see if we missed anything. Man. Somebody said, is this a question for Steve? Is this going to be a late night? I'll listen sometime. I have been to Victoria, by the way. There you go, Steve Anderson. Sully Dude says, I thought it was a Parcheesi board. I kid.
Was that a fun game? I don't know if I ever played that.
Curtis Shaltane says, it's all speculation, doesn't matter until someone can authenticate it. Of course, I mean, you know, it is all speculation, but, you know.
Mm-hmm. People get excited.
Yeah.
You know, by stuff like this. Whether it's true or not, you know, it's, you know, it's something new, you know, something that not many people have heard.
Yep. Danny Alexander, hello from Cisco, Texas. Hey there, man.
Hey, Danny.
Let's see. What is Parcheesi anyway?
Is that the thing with the cup? It's like a cup and dice and stuff.
Oh God. I think that's one of those things where like
2 dice, 1 cup.
Oh. You know, I've never seen that.
I've never seen it either.
Never seen it either. I've had people, I don't know if they still do it, but one of my buddies back in New York, this was when it came out. I don't know if it was like a special thing, but you can like send somebody a link, but change the description of the link to make it say something else. But when you click it, it actually goes to
That
whatever website you want it to go to.
was this before YouTube? Was that before YouTube? I remember there was another. It was a file sharing program where you could watch videos, and the thing is, this was back 2002, 2002-ish, way before YouTube. You used to be able to watch videos, but you had to download them to watch them. And it would say like new Star Wars trailer. Like, oh, in 2002, there was a new Star Wars movie. So I clicked on it to watch it, and it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all.
It's lightsaber wars.
You had to be careful though, because a video would download and you would turn on, and it could be the worst thing you'd ever seen, and you weren't expecting it.
No, this probably was around the time of YouTube, but obviously it didn't go to YouTube. But he sent me the link. But I know he's done things like that in the past, where he'll send you a link. It'll say like, "Oh, check out this guitar amp or something," and you click on it. Next thing you know, you're watching one of the worst things you've ever seen in your life.
Right.
So I knew it. I was like, dude, I don't trust it. So yeah, I've still never seen that. JJ's House of Jam says new guitar day on the 16th and cannot wait. What are you getting? It's like Nudie Magazine Day from Billy Madison.
Well, today was a new Guitar Dave.
If
you guys saw that, it was a little earlier. Look at this lighting up here.
Light it up. The Omega says, do any of y'all know what delay pedal Eddie uses or used in the past? Johnny?
I don't think he used a pedal. I think it was a rack mount. I think it was a rack mount unit. Well, let's say on the first tour he used an original Echoplex, which is, it's not a pedal. It's an actual it's like a box. Although they do make a pedal now. I've got it right there. But no, back in the day he used all rack mount stuff. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to, once we're done, I will find the picture of that guitar with the tic-tac-toe on it, and I'll make sure to send it to Charles and show it. I'll find it before the late show tonight with Steve Anderson.
The Late Show with Steve Anderson.
It's Steve Anderson with the Late Show.
Yes. And then we're just like cannon fodder,
MXR rack mount, Jimmy T says, ? I have one of those. It's called the MXR, the digital delay. And it's if you guys remember the old MXR blue-faced rack mount units. I do have that one. I still have it. I should try to plug it in and see if it still works. It was cool. A friend of mine, my friend's mom gave it to me, when I was a teenager.
She gave you what? Sorry. Absolute Mayhem. See you later, man. He said, peace, guys. Have a great show. Likely to see you on the Johnny Beane Late Show with Steve Anderson. See, you got it backwards, man. It's the Steve Anderson Late Show with Johnny Beane, maybe.
Yeah. Could be.
Steve Anderson and these other guys.
Jim Nicholas. Hey now. He says he had the old Mxr Flanger Doubler that he sold like dude, I had that too, and I sold it as well. Wish I still had it. Wish, I had to sell it. That was a cool flanger. It didn't sound like the gray box flanger, like the Unchained, you know. It didn't sound like that at all. At all. It was actually more of a. It was more of like a thicker, it was a bigger flange sound.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Dimebag Darrell actually used the same unit as well.
That wouldn't surprise me. He loved Eddie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you could get some really crazy sounds out of it. And I wish I still had it for those sounds. Hey
now,
what's up?
How were the breadsticks?
We didn't go to dinner. We went to see this concert, an outdoor concert. Tomorrow night's dinner.
Were they called the breadsticks?
No, they were called Just 60s.
Mm-hmm.
They're horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Tell us how you really feel.
I feel so bad for my mom because she loves them, and I'm like,
oh, and you want to leave?
They sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Everything is way faster than it's supposed to be, and they can't sing. None of them. But I will say it's like 60 degrees out, so it's pretty cold. And who can play in the cold?
What?
Well, they're just 60s.
Yeah,
They only play when it's in the 60s. Right?
It's very good.
And they're playing fast because they gotta get through it.
Yeah, it's too cold.
Uh-huh. So did you hear any of that?
Did I hear any of what? No, I didn't hear any of it. In fact, when I was in the chat earlier, I had the volume down because I couldn't. It was too many people in the crowd. I couldn't say anything.
You should have walked up on stage with your phone and be like, "Would you guys shut up? I'm trying to listen here." And then grab the microphone and put the speaker to the mic.
Yeah, man. You should have walked up there, grabbed the mic. Hey, come on. Don't you guys know who I think I am?
Oh, man. It just was not good. So
grab a guitar, turn it on a little bit, and do the old, putting it to the pickup.
Oh.
So I saw that guitar body. You really think that was Van Halen's guitar? Was it really? Was that what that was?
Oh.
You
guys would know more than I would.
I only saw the photo from John's phone. I didn't hear anything you guys were saying. And I mean, it's a Boogie Bodies. It looks like an old Boogie Bodies to me. I wish I was here for the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Johnny will say, watch it, come back and watch it. And
I'll have to.
Timestamp your favorite.
Yeah, there you go. So, Dave.
Yes.
We need a James Orcutt donated again to the show.
Oh, no kidding.
We need a thank you lick.
Wow. A thank you lick.
I don't know if he wants to be licked.
I was just going to stick my tongue out. Man.
Or a thank you riff. Is that better?
I got one. Give me 1 second. I got one.
Can it be something like that?
No.
The old Kirk Hammett fallback lick?
You're going to have to just excuse me because I'm freezing. My hands are cold. I may not be able to play guitar, but I got something. I got just the lick.
Josique said I played it already. That's the lick. No, I was just doing some crap like that. I was just joking.
Is your mom still there?
Is my mom still here?
Yeah.
No, my mom's not in the house.
What time is it there? Oh, it's almost 9:30.
Yeah. Now, forgive me because, like I said, my hands are frozen.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Can't even hold on to a pick.
You said pick.
I can't play. My hands are cold.
You're gonna play all that if somebody donates money?
That's Thank You from Led Zeppelin.
Oh, well,
But you wouldn't know anything about Led Zeppelin because you like Metallica.
I like Led Zeppelin.
Name 3 songs.
Okay, that's Thank You.
Uh-huh.
The Immigrant Song.
How does that one go?
Isn't that?
Okay, good. All right. I won't.
That's
even
probably one of my favorite songs.
Go any further than.
You know,
rock and roll.
my rooster sings that song every morning. I wake up to that because he crows just like Robert Plant in that, and I'm
Your
not joking.
rooster crows like Robert Plant. Robert Plant.
Like in that song. You know what you hear during that? During that? Yeah, I hear that every morning. And I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna have to do some sort of like remix, like record it and then put it, you know, over the music, and you guys can hear it.
Name me 4 Led Zeppelin albums. Led Zeppelin 1 or 2, Led Zeppelin 3, Led Zeppelin 4. There you go. I do like Zeppelin. It's just, I mean, you know, in my opinion, they have like a handful of good song or great songs on each album. You know, it's not like I can't listen to an entire Led Zeppelin album and be like, oh my God, every song is awesome. Like you can with Van Halen.
I beg to differ.
Right.
It's gonna be that. It's gonna be like that.
Yeah, that's fine. We can.
I've never been the biggest Zeppelin fan, and I couldn't name 3 songs.
Well, you can't name 3 of your own songs.
Stairway to Heaven.
I could.
Rock and Roll. Come on. You know.
Isn't there a Lemon song?
There is.
Okay, and a Lime song?
No. The Lime and the Coconut?
How about that one? Even though I botched the second to last note.
How about that?
Ooh, he's coming out with a new pedal, by the way. He hinted at it last night on Tone Talk.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
What's it going to be?
He wouldn't really divulge too much information, but it's like a slight boost, I guess, something like that.
That's
nothing
cool.
too over the top.
The Buxom Boost, could it be?
No. He said he didn't have a name for it yet.
That's cool. So wait, so Dave, first of all, are you allowed to play that loud?
That's not loud. I have the volume on almost off.
Meanwhile, the guitars are shaking on the wall.
This is loud to you guys?
Oh, we know your amp is across the room, so
seems like it is.
Yeah.
But I think his amp is facing, the sound is coming towards, you know, this. So,
yeah.
Like that sounded loud to me right there.
Volume? No, it's really off. It's almost off.
Okay. So besides that, what do you think of the Zeppelin album, Into the Outdoor?
It's okay. It's not one of their best records, but it's pretty cool.
Because that's the one that I would always listen to. Is that wrong?
No.
No idea.
It's got some cool stuff on it. It's got some, you know, people, Led Zeppelin fans, like real Led Zeppelin fans that like the deep cuts, like that record. Because there's a lot of deep cuts on that. There's nothing really. I think they have this one single on that song.
Well, that's all it is, right? That's all it is. Dave, do I sound okay? Is there any
Yeah.
echo or anything?
No.
Okay. Showman was saying to turn my volume down, but I don't know.
Really?
But that was the album where the LP was it the LP the insert of the LP, you could actually get it wet and it would change colors.
Who thought of that?
I don't know. And it came in like a brown bag. Like the
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And it had like this on it. Like coffee cup imprint on it. And you would open up the sleeve. The sleeve you could get wet. And this was a used record, right? So whoever had the record before me probably did something to it. And I'm looking at it like, this is kind of weird. Wait a minute, who got this wet? You know?
Ew, it's stuck together.
But no, it's a cool marketing thing. But I always liked that first song though. On that, Into the Outdoor, the first tune, and it's mainly like a keyboard tune. I think what's his name, the bass player. I think he's playing
John Paul Jones.
John Paul Jones. I think he's playing the synthesizer on that.
Yeah, he plays the keyboard on all the songs.
Did you guys know the Doors didn't have a bass player?
Yes.
That blew my mind.
Yes, left-hand bass.
What?
Left-hand bass, keyboard, the piano player.
Oh.
Yep.
Ray Manzarek played bass with his left hand.
Yeah, I was watching a live video of them, and I thought the camera was like cut off on one side. I called this was
pan and scan.
Huh?
Pan and scan. Where it's like you're watching the movie in the theater. It was like, wow. And on TV, all you see is like this much. It's like if this video was in pan, like you would see like this much of me on the screen.
Yeah, Dave's clock would be cut off there. You know, the Wolfgang on the left, the striped one would be cut off.
It'd be like this. It'd be like,
my God, you got some white teeth there, Johnny.
So
I wish they were white.
So yeah, I was watching
all
the
this
video
tea,
play, and I was like, "Man, is the one side of the stage cut off? Like, I don't see a bass player." So I called my dad up. I was like, "Dad, did the Doors have a bass player?" He's like, "No, the keyboard player played bass." I was like, "What?" I was blown away. But the Omega says that "Riders on the Storm" they had somebody play bass. That is a great song. So I think I prefer the Door, even though obviously Zeppelin has like classic songs, but I think I prefer more Doors songs to Zeppelin songs. But whatever,
Well, all right then.
All right.
So what else do you guys talk about today? Do a
quick recap.
Yeah.
We were talking about how much we missed you.
I know.
Yeah, we came up with the name of the episode, but now we'll have to change it. We decided to call it. Well, I shouldn't say we, but the idea got tossed around to calling it "Live Without a Nesdall." No?
He doesn't like that one.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize the Japanese bodies aren't routed out enough to completely do a dive on the Floyd with a big block in there.
What do you mean?
I can't dive all the way. It hits the thing.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yep.
Isn't that a drag?
And I thought something was wrong with this before because I tightened down the nut and I dive bombed a little bit. And all of a sudden I heard something shift in here. I was like, oh my God, is the truss rod shot? And all of a sudden, everything went out of tune a little bit. These weren't tightened.
It's the first thing you got to check.
I guess so. This is the first Well, not the first one that I bought, but the first one I guess that I'm keeping used guitar. I've always, you know, pretty much had new guitars, so I never had to worry about. Well, actually, you never know. But yeah, I didn't check that.
Check that.
Check that.
Mm-hmm. Check that.
Check that.
Today's secret word is.
I do not do LSD, Shane Robinson. I naturally just half my brain works.
He did a little too much LDS in the 60s.
John BL said Jay sent you a funny Doors clip watched before the Steve Anderson Takeover Power Hour.
Oh, is there going to be a Steve Anderson thing tonight?
Power Hour? Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. I'm doing an unboxing from Steve Anderson, man. Have to come back. Have to come back for that.
Randall says, Jay, I like the Doors, but they were more mellow compared to Led Zeppelin. Yeah, I'm not really comparing them. I'm just saying somebody else mentioned the Doors and AC/DC and stuff. I'm just saying if I had to choose which band to listen to or which band I like more, I prefer more songs, it would probably be the Doors. But no, I mean, you know, different music. I get that.
Different strokes for different homosexianas.
Johnny, you want to ask Dave that question about bodies or necks?
Dave, if you if you could either if we met and if you could either go like this or go like this to me, which would you do?
Neither, because I actually like you. At least today, anyway.
All right, cool.
Why?
No, that's a joke. No, I asked a question earlier, and I don't know if we got 59, 60 people here. Maybe there's some new peeps in the chat.
New peeps, yo.
Let us know. Let us know what your answer is. No, I was asking Jay earlier. Let's say your favorite guitarist was the off. Well, he just left.
I'm here. No. I'm here. I'm here. I just
your favorite guitar player was to off
taking a bite of my sandwich. So.
Well, we want to see that though.
No.
Yeah, didn't you just eat?
No, I told you we did not go out to eat.
But so we're gonna hear chewing?
No, you're not. Just ask the question you want to ask. So what were you gonna say?
Well. You like pickles?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. No, let's say your favorite guitar player was to give you their iconic guitar. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Clapton. Let's say Clapton was be like, "Hey, Dave Nesdahl, here's Blackie," right? But you can only have the body or the neck. Which would you choose?
I'd probably say the body. If it was Frankenstein, I'd say the body. If it was Blackie, I would say the neck.
Depends on the guitar, right?
Mm-hmm. Depends on the guitar, because it's been proven that Frankenstein with 12 different necks on it sounds amazing. So I'd want that body.
Mm-hmm. But
Blackie, on the other hand, has only had one neck on it, and it's the iconic neck.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Chris. Mm-hmm. But yeah, but my point to the whole thing was, I would take the neck from whoever's whatever, because that has the most playtime on it. You know?
Yeah. More of the sound comes from the body and the pickups, and everything around that. It comes from the neck too, but if the body is loaded, if it's fully loaded with the pickups and the bridge and everything on it, I'd take the body.
But I'm talking about just sentimental value. Is that a word? Does that even make sense? You know, like let's say, like Jay was talking about Steve Vai and his universe
right there. I mean, you got to take the body, because you spent hours and hours looking at that body, you know, when you were a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But Johnny would take the neck.
My whole angle, though, is let's say, do I even have a neck? Well, I guess there's one. You know, most of the contact is through the neck. You know, so as far as collectability and like, whoa, you know, this was, you know, necks. I feel like necks are more played than bodies.
Okay, however your you know, whatever your reasoning is, Johnny,
Whatever I'm on.
Good for you.
Well, you know, I haven't eaten today, so
it's not really really the right reason. But okay. You haven't eaten? Here, have some of this.
Arby's?
No, Wendy's chicken sandwich.
Oh.
Just chicken sandwich.
Wow.
So good. Chicken sandwich, not bad.
Oh, going in.
Hi, Desiree. Oh,
come in.
Come in.
Do I have a doorbell effect on this thing? No, there's no doorbell.
Nah, because I don't have a doorbell. The dog wouldn't bark the doorbell.
Oh.
Only when you knock on something and say, "Come in, come in." Never gets old. Never gets old. Come in. No, Brandy, can't have my son.
And that was on the neck pickup. The pickups in this thing sound great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because I'm still getting used to the up is the bridge, down is the neck.
Really?
Yeah. Remember, I had that one flipped, and that one comes like that.
Oh, I didn't know you had the black one flipped.
Yeah.
That's retarded.
But it makes more sense. I mean, that's what I'm used to, is hitting down to go to the rhythm, you know? Well, the treble pickup, I guess, if you're a Les Paul guy.
Uh-huh.
So.
Are you reading?
Shulman, I sound good on his guitar. Yeah, Dave, Shulman was in the running for this.
Was he? Did he was looking at it?
Yeah, and he actually, I guess.
Did he bid on it?
He negotiated with the guy, agreed on a price, and then I think Shulman pulled out because I got it for less than he offered. So, because remember, I put my offer in. I talked to the guy. He agreed on the price, and then I put the offer in, and I didn't hear.
Shulman says he actually bought it.
Oh wow, maybe that's why I didn't hear from him for like a day or so. Wow.
Man, we got some tension, some drama going on there.
Yep.
Suspense.
You've been suspended.
Mm-hmm. He said he bought it for $850. Should I say on here how much I got it for, or should I? I'd rather not. I'll tell you privately how much I paid for it, but
$849.
$849.99. So what can I do, guys, if I want to be able to dive with this thing a little more, what would I have to do?
You got the Dremel.
I do have a Dremel. Now, should I just do it on an angle from the back? Like go in here in the back, obviously take this out.
Well, you know, honestly, can I be honest with you?
Put the original block in.
I would have someone that knows what they're doing do it, because you've proven several times that you break guitars.
Yep.
I was going to say, remember what happened last time I told you to do something? Oh, no worries, man.
Yeah. Gino will be like, why are you buying another guitar? I'm like, well, because remember that one I got a few weeks ago? I broke it. It's
my virtual friend Johnny Beane broke it. Jeannie says, don't do it.
Yeah. Don't do it.
Do we consider each other virtual friends?
I consider you a virtual person.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, David Ennis. I'll say hello to you for Desiree because she's outside.
Hey, David. Oh, man. I know, Dave, I know you just got here, but...
You got to leave?
We've been sitting there for like 6 hours.
Are we going to keep this thing running? What do you want to do?
That's Johnny Beane for no.
Okay.
Well, that's also yes, though. It could be either.
That's Johnny Beane for... Do we really have to?
Hey, Frank. No, we can restart. We can restart at
a later date.
9 o'clock, midnight, Eastern time. It was a cool story, though. That what was that guy's name? Mr. Smith was telling us. He's got he does have some valid
yeah,
points.
It's not like he called up and was like, yeah, man, somebody you know, at a guitar shop said that he knows so and so and he sold it to me and said that this was Eddie's guitar. It's not like that. There's some pretty good
yeah.
You know.
He actually flew cross country to show the guitar body to the guy that actually, you know, made the body at least.
Uh-huh.
You know. And he's got pictures with the guy, and the guy signed it and everything. Lynn Ellsworth. Good night, Mr. BH Bruce.
You know, Lynn Ellsworth he was a body maker. He made guitars for Charvel.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't automatically mean that he made guitars for Eddie Van Halen. Eddie Van Halen bought a guitar from them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but what Lynn Ellsworth told him was that body was cut from the same wood as the Frankenstein. Like it was from the same batch.
Mm-hmm.
Dave, don't look too impressed. Should have had you talking to the guy.
Who painted it? Was that a Charvel paint job? Charvel painted that?
We're not sure. We're not sure, man. But one of the cool things about it is the back of the guitar has a tic-tac-toe design.
Mm-hmm.
And remember there was an EVH Charvel art series, the ones that Eddie striped up himself and you know. Yeah,
we know that Eddie always liked weird, you know, like he would do weird things with stripes. Yeah. He liked arrows. He liked to, you know, He liked a bunch of things
Mm-hmm.
that he put on his guitar.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy says crickets. Yeah. Anyway, so there could be a connection between the tic-tac-toe of that guitar and the tic-tac-toe that's on a Charvel art series that Edward did himself. You know?
Yeah, so I was thinking if he ever got a chance to either meet and greet or something like that, or meet Eddie anywhere with that guitar, that would probably be, you know, I'm sure Eddie wouldn't remember painting a guitar, but if you showed him something like that in the back, he might think like, oh man, I remember that now. So there's always that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that the tic-tac-toe portion of that's what makes the thing really special. That's what makes it unique. You know, one of the things.
One of the things. Yeah.
If Edward were to remember it, it would be probably because of that. You know, and my cat is meowing like you wouldn't believe. That means that she brought me dinner.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And she likes to leave it out there.
Well, okay.
Mm-hmm. So wait, so how was the what are they called? Just 60s?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Does that mean you have to be in your 60s to join the band, or it was all 60s?
They said they mentioned that they've been playing since 1971, and I said to everyone, I turned to everyone that I was sitting with, I said, it sounds like
everybody, these guys suck.
Sounds like they haven't been playing since 1971. They were pretty bad. Yeah, they were horrible.
Gosh.
Or that's when they started playing their instruments in their 60s.
Wait, Desiree has a review?
She thought they were horrible too.
Yeah, they were horrible.
What?
I'm like, I can sing better, and I can't sing.
They were doing all the MULLY versions of the songs.
Why was it bad? You mean like the guy was like out of tune and the drummer?
Not just the guy.
Was the drummer bad? Because if the drummer's bad, bad,
the music itself, the music part was okay. Everything was sped up way too fast, but it was okay. Kind of cute. The voices were terrible. Terrible. Terrible.
Maybe somebody had a cold or something.
Not just all of them. All of them.
Hey, if you're in a van or a bus all day with the same guys,
they're all from like Glen Cove.
I'm just busting. Seth M Music says he subscribed to the channel. He's new, and he says, Jay, or do you know what? I can't read. Do you know what Jay's guitar brand is? This is a EVH Wolfgang. Like the millions of guitars on Dave's wall. Johnny has a buttload of them. I got another one back there, but yeah, great guitars, man.
I have two. I have two of them. What?
It's not a buttload then, huh?
Yeah.
No. Dave's the
Michael Beatty. Michael Beatty. Michael Beatty, I wish you were there with us because to listen to you heckle those people would have been the funniest thing ever. Would have been, yes, they suck donkey wang.
Oh.
They absolutely do.
It was bad.
I would have definitely appreciated sitting next to you because we would have had a ball laughing at it.
But was the whole audience laughing?
No.
In between songs? Was it just laughter?
Unfortunately, the audience, including my mom, really doesn't know anything about music.
Uh-huh. Well, they had a good time?
Everyone had a good time, including us. But I like making fun of it. So
they're called Just 60s?
No.
What were they called?
Just 60s, yeah.
And this was outside?
Yes.
Was this like one of those like concert in the park kind of things, or
concert at the library? It was at the library.
This was at a library?
Outside the library, yeah.
It's like in between every song. Shh. That's why they were so bad. They couldn't play that loud.
Oh, they were playing loud. That wasn't the problem.
Yeah, no, it was outdoors. It was outside in a showmobile. It was loud.
In a what?
It just was horrible. A showmobile. What do you have things in
What's a showmobile?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what a showmobile is?
I know what a snowmobile is.
What's wrong with you people? Do you people live in the United States?
I barely do.
My
No,
God,
actually-
a
no, actually, I don't.
showmobile. It's like a big box with wheels on it. That it's like you
Like a
you
flatbed.
open it up and there's a stage. There's a stage there, and then when the band is gone, the stage door closes, and you hook your car up to it, and you
And they
move.
drive away. They drive away.
Yeah.
You actually saw them leaving?
No, we left way before they did.
That'd be funny if they're
We
playing
left,
the last
we
song
left
and they
before
start
they
packing
left.
up.
We left before they left the stage.
Did you help them pack up before they were even done?
Outside the library. That's... Wow. That's cool.
Showman, I didn't insult anyone, but really,
Well, yeah, you
don't
did.
know what-
You
don't-
insulted
don't know what
a whole bunch of
showmobile is?
people.
Oh well,
You
then
insulted the whole. How many band members were there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Thumbnail. Well, you insulted 6 people.
They were really.
Yeah, I don't really care. I'm never going to see them again.
I want to see them now.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds good.
Horrible.
Was anybody there? Everybody there was too old to have an Instagram account, though, right?
I don't even think they knew how to spell Instagram.
There was young people there.
Oh, so now you're making fun of their intelligence.
If you had to hear them, you would too.
When's their next gig?
I don't know.
Let's go. Let's do it. Maybe they're coming down to South Kakalaki.
Mm-hmm. Hey, maybe
I don't care where they go as long as they leave New York.
maybe they'll drive their showmobile down to Santa Cruz.
What was it? I know it's 60 something. What was it?
Just 60s. Was it
Was
just
it called
was it
Just
covers?
Yeah,
That's kind of
just
weird.
60s. Yeah,
that's kind of a weird name.
just 60s. Yeah, they covered.
That's like a name of a band. That's like a name that a band that's not very good names their band.
Hello.
I'm sorry, I hate to say it. Just 60s. Did they was it all just 60s music?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't one of the-
So I mean, that's a clever
But
name. if
the
you're just
female
playing
vocalist,
music.
the female vocalist was the only good part. She was maybe in her 20s.
Oh
Maybe.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, don't even go there. But even so, she was okay. She was okay, but not great. She sang on key, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well, if
she
you're
could sing on key, but she wasn't a good singer. You're saying?
if you're in your 20s, you can't relate to your grandparents' music.
See, I don't know, man.
soul in her though. She just sang way too loud.
Yeah, she screamed everything. Listen, I love rock and roll. There's a song title in there somewhere, but it was bad. It was just bad. It was bad. And the only reason I went is because my mom wanted to go for her birthday.
So it's
and
her
I wasn't
fault.
going to say no to her. She thought that she saw them before and they were good. She said they were good, but even my mom said they weren't good tonight. So.
No, I feel bad.
Why do you feel?
Listen, I'm the first person to say when something is amazing, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat something when it's not. You looking it up?
They're right here.
I tried. Oh, Desiree.
Let me see if I can find it. They have a website.
Hmm?
They apparently have a website.
Okay, well, don't read it. Don't. I feel bad for them now. I feel really bad.
Musical trip through those days now with just 60s.
Oh. Oh, it's a medley.
Apparently. Yeah, and it's not the original. It's not the original songs either, so
no.
We won't get dinged.
Well, yeah, we can get dinged. Yeah, doesn't have to be original stuff now. It can be cover tunes.
That's stupid.
Yep.
Don't play the songs.
I'm not. I started playing it still.
And for Christ's sake.
Well, I like what I just heard, so I hope they bring their showboat down here and.
Some video.
I just listen to that, Dave. It's horrid.
What did you say?
Oh man.
Thank you, Showman. Thank you.
You said they're awful?
Yeah, he says that it's hard. What do you want?
All right, so are we good till midnight?
7 o'clock, 8. Huh? You mean are we gonna come back, or you mean are we gonna keep going?
No, I'm saying are we good until midnight?
Yeah.
I just heard another dog barking.
Yeah, it's mine.
No.
Showman, he said I'll delete my comments. No, you don't have to delete your comments. That's fine.
Yeah, no one needs to delete any comments.
You're fine. So I guess Ed Marone wants me to play, but number one, I don't want to embarrass myself right now. And number two, it's going to sound like crap anyway. Once you start playing on this thing, it sounds like you're underwater.
Well, when you're using a lot of overdrive anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I'll check out that band. Just 60s. I'll check them out. I'll let you guys know what I think about them.
Okay.
Because I feel bad. I feel really bad for them now. You know, although you do have a right to go do a show and make a review of, you know.
Well, yeah, you went to the show. See, now you got me going on something because Beane and I went to. There's a place right down the street. It's called Patios, right? Great food, great atmosphere. They got an outside bar right on the waterway. So then they have, you know, bands or singer-songwriter, not even singer-songwriter, but like, you know, singer, guy with a drum machine or something. So this couple, I think they were a couple, guy and a guitar, a woman singing and stuff. And they had a, you know, laptop, like a MacBook, you know, set up.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, all the backing tracks, and there was a couple harmonies on there and stuff, which is fine. They're two people, you know, they don't have a whole band up there.
Mm-hmm.
But the dude was, what would you call lip syncing on the guitar? What would you call that?
Air guitar.
Yeah, he was playing air guitar to it.
Yeah, like the guitar was already on the backing track.
Right.
And he was mimicking playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Did he look like he actually knew what he was doing? Or was it like in an 80s movie where they just stand there like this?
Dude, it looked like he knew at one time how to play the stuff, but it's been a while.
Like you saw the shapes of like the D and the, like you actually, oh
yeah,
that's a G, you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, a couple little solo parts and stuff like that. Like he was definitely like the look on. Like I've done the same thing. I'm sure we all have songs that we used to know, and you try to play them right now. You're like, oh man, I got to figure this out, you know. And it looked like that. The look on his face was like, crap, I forgot how to play it. But he didn't have to. His guitar wasn't on, and it was already on the backing track. And I'm, of course, the idiot pointing it out.
Pretty horrible.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Thumbnail. Okay.
Really? Thank you.
We'll see you in 2.
Is that vodka?
No, it's water.
You're like only. You're like Dave Lee Roth talking about the Jack Daniels on stage. Only the Just 60s put water in their water bottles, baby. All right.
Ah, snap.
Okay. Milli Vanilli action. That's right, Buzik.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you guys in a couple hours. We'll be back with Steve Anderson and an unboxing. He sent me something.
Is it bigger than a bread box?
This will be opened up. What?
Is it bigger than a bread box?
Is the bread box big? Is that no? That's a toaster. There we go. Come back in 2 hours. Find out what this is. I don't know what it. Well, thanks to Customs, I know what it is because it says it, but I don't know. I don't know what it looks like. Okay.
I've never seen it in the flesh.
All right, everybody, leave a thumbs up on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. I think some of you did. Thank you very much. Click the bell so you know every time there's new content here. And also, leave of your favorite parts of this. Timestamp them down in the comments below once we're done. So
it's going to be the water drinking part.
Yeah, just over and over and over again.
Me saying that the Just 60 band sucked.
Let's go share this on their Facebook page. And then timestamp that. No. You want to edit that out, Johnny?
I'm going to edit out my life. Have a great night, Johnny Beane, David Nesdahl, 7 or 8. Thank you, Ben. I liked filling the G shape, Showman says. I think.
You know what I like?
Yeah.
Big butts.
What are you saying?
I was going to say I like when the line runs up the back of the stocking, but.
I like Look, I'll pay you for
them. You guys ever heard that the vocal of that just isolated?
Yeah.
You can hear what Roth actually says in a lot of that. And some of those it's crazy, man. It's cool. It's very cool, but it really shows, what the guy can do. All right. See you guys in a little while. Thanks for hanging out with us. And happy birthday to Dave's mom.
Happy birthday to Dave's mom. Happy birthday to Dave's mom.
Wow, this guy can sing, man. Like Elvis. You should have been up there, man, with the Just 60s.
Yeah, because it would have been worse. It would have been worser. Worser.
Worser?
Yep.
All right.
Much more worse, sir.
Much more worse. Yeah.
I don't think there is a copyright on that song. I think anybody can sing that. I look like Billy Gibbons' gardener. Thank you. I've been debating whether to I said debating whether to take this off.
Debating?
Oh my God.
Well, you got to get good at something. All right, see you guys in a couple hours with Steve Anderson and I don't know, whoever else is there. All right, JohnnyBean.tv. Dave, good to see you. Jay,
Yeah, the scene.
Bah!
one more time.
Bah!